World of YouTube, True Crime Tale Site, and everything else. Is this thing on? Is this thing on? Yes, a few days of absence. Been very busy. I do got a bunch of stuff I need to do. Sadly, I didn't do a video over Betty White. Now Meatloaf is passed. Oh, man. I gotta do a tribute video to them too, especially Betty White. When I do Betty White, I'm gonna do all the Golden Girls, man, because that show, I can tell you, even when I was a kid, I still watched that damn show. And just the friggin' laughter and the things that you could get away with and say back in the day, would you really be cut off from the world today if you were to say anything like back in the day. It's freaking crazy. But that show, I can tell you right now, brought the reality to the world. And that's what made it great. Meatloaf too, a man that did not make many albums, but damn, what a performer, what a singer, and what a, and to get away with what he did with his time, you can't deny the greatness out of that. But then I'm gonna go over in another video, give you my thoughts on theories and stuff like that, and where I was at the time, and all good stuff. But other than that, I had to jump into something, between the Delphi murders and everything I have been covering. Ain't been much. See Anthony Snots, still nothing. It's just getting hard to get content on stuff, so, and I don't know how anybody keeps running videos on that story, because the last thing updated was what this, sister said. That's the only thing that came up again about the last words said to her sister, so. And I don't know, man, people that keep running videos on that stuff, and I know that I can tell right now that's the stuff that keeps my stuff alive, but everything's literally dropped throughout my stuff. I gotta start coming up with some great stuff, especially YouTube short videos. So I'm planning some ideas for that. But like I said, I've been having to do the home life, fixing stuff up. It's getting real annoying because this old house is starting to be this old pain in the ass. Hey. But anyways, I just gotta get back in the groove of things and take time to do things and stop in to do a video now and then, because I'm losing content and losing views and losing money, and oh man, it sucks. Anyways, I went on some missing person cases. I was checking out Brian Schaefer, and the only thing that's come up to him so far, and I covered it, was his face analyst, who have an older version of him. That was the only thing still that's come up. Another very strange, bizarre story. But this one came up, and this is just as even strange and as bizarre. And it takes place in Germany. And I think it was Germany. The Golden Sand Resort in Varna, Bulgaria. And I guess the Germans out there like their football, boy. Because over a football game dispute, this man here, Lars Mittank, I believe that could be his passport photo, maybe, or he's a good-looking kid there, and whoops, I don't want to do that. 28 years old. I think he went from Germany to Bulgaria to a resort, the seaside, and I gotta map all this out because this is one very interesting case. And of course, this is like a Lisa Lam case because they say that, oh, drugs and, hallucinations. She wasn't taking this pill. He took some pills because, as friends were at the bar in town, and, Lars here got into a disagreement with some other German nationals over football. They say Germans take their football seriously out there, I guess. And, Lars is a fan of the football club. Werder Bremen had differences of fans of Bayern Munich. He then parted from his friends outside a restaurant after leaving the bar and disappeared for the rest of the night. Yeah, I don't want to say that last name. Mittank, and we'll just call him Lars, turned up at the resort the following morning and told his friends he was beaten up by 4 men hired by the group in the bar, whom he disagreed with the night before. Now, for this to happen, and why he would want to leave his friends, that let alone is bizarre. But remember one thing, they're going to talk about hallucinations and drugs that he took because of a erupted eardrum. I guess they injured his jaw. Right there it says there he went and saw a doctor who advised him not to fly to his injuries. And antibiotic cefprozil. Like I say, I'm going to look into all this. But what is very strange, and what I was saying about Lisa Lam and the drugs and the hallucinations, I mean, yeah, she was found. This guy was not found. But to say someone is, in this guy's case, to say he started acting funny, he then called his mother and was whispering into the phone. Of course, it was a 500 milligram dose. He told his friends that he ain't gonna fly. The friends wanted to stay with him, but he said stay with schedule of leaving, and he stayed at another hotel, I guess, Kohler Varna. The day after his friends left, he began to act oddly and erratic, and this is another one with a surveillance camera. Now, I don't know if they got the video up like Lisa Lam, but I gotta look into this. I want to see what he's doing. I hope it has it. And, yeah, I want to see this, because when he did call his mother down here, in a whisper, he stated that 4 men were coming to kill him, and that she should cancel his credit cards. So, here we have some men that hire other men to beat this guy up over friggin' football? I want to talk about friggin' ridiculous, insane. But obviously, he might have just really peed someone off, during which he appeared paranoid and frightened. But I mean, now, even if this pill was making him frantic, paranoid, delusional, seeing 4 men, because, yeah, that is traumatizing. If you had been, beaten up over a friggin' football disagreement. And believe me, that's happened here in the States. It's you want to talk about hardcore die fans, man. It's really. I'm sorry, I do, occasionally watch football, but there's no way in hell I'm gonna disagree that bad. Where I'm gonna friggin' knock someone's friggin' block off over a friggin' football game. But it's just senseless stuff. But, so he went to the airport, because I guess he was cleared to fly. But here's the thing. And now if the doctor's seen this, while he's getting checked to see if he's, good to fly, because, that ruptured eardrum. And I know personally on flying, when your ears block up, man, I went to Florida with my mother one year on a plane. And when I got down there, because we went through 2 or 3 planes. One, we landed somewhere, got on another one, and when we got I would say like Georgia or something, we got on a little plane, and oh my God, that thing was loud. No! By the time I got off that plane, I was half friggin' deaf. So I can just imagine if you have a ruptured eardrum, what that would make you do. Or what that would do, and blow it out or something. But here we have a doctor and him being erupted by an unknown man. So, to say that these pills gave him an delusional mind to friggin' just say, hey, I got 4 men wanting to kill me and acting funny and strange. You know what? I'm sure he saw something that night in the hotel. Probably saw, and dodged them by, running through the hotel halls or, dead bolting his door or whatever the case may be. He could have went out and got a sandwich or something at a restaurant or something nearby at a store and seen the 4 men again. And when the man comes in here and we have a doctor seeing this too, well, how the hell is that medication? Because, as he was unknown man, then Lars got up and fled the doctor's office, and then the main airport terminal, he was captured by security cameras running away. Once outside the airport, he was seen climbing a fence, running into a meadow, disappearing into an adjacent field of sunflowers near Bulgarian National Highway 42 has not been seen since. So tell me this. If we have a delusional man on pills, and they're well known to make you do that, but a man walks into the office, and then it ends here, of which been known to include psychotic side effects, including hallucinations and paranormal, unnormal behavior, no real side effects, rare side effects. Meaning rare means it's very rarely that it happens. But you think of this, and this is what really caught my attention, is because, right, if a person's on this stuff, it makes you go and tweak and fly and fled, but the man is there, whoever this man was. And then again, maybe it could have been, maybe someone in the airport or trying to tell him that his flight was getting on its way or whatever the case may be. If anybody's that screwed up and they're going to say that it was the pill that made them and then they disappeared, then there should have been a body found. He should have been found. If there wasn't people chasing him, he should have been found. Whether it be crawled up under a bridge somewhere or, roaming around in some parking lot. But then again, if he'd be a couple days out Goddamn technical difficulties around here. If he had a couple days out or whatever and that med, wears off because he's hallucinating and he's doing this and he's doing that and it's finally worn off him, he should have been found if there wasn't no one trying to kill him. If there was no men trying to find him. And I'm sure that man, and you think about it, if there was 4 men and there's only one coming in, the other 3 are out there watching for this guy, looking for Lars. And if they would have seen him ran like a SOB, damn well they caught up with him on the other side in a car. So, and for this story to come out, and this is what is real bizarre, and that man wasn't even interviewed or looked at, or unless he just ran too and they couldn't catch him, and people not realizing, or even security realizing, or the doctor ain't got no panic button for himself. And that's what doctors should have, because if altercations like this, there should be a panic button. Hey, SOS, or hey, security, which usually they do, but who knows, in 2014, there wasn't really much going on, right? Like, say, 9/11, not 9/11, all this stuff that came up when flying, not 9/11, even though 9/11, there should have been more security because of the planes. And even though, as you can see, it's still got stuff, 9/11 it was, all the planes and more security. But, as you can see, this guy, it wasn't 9/11. Everything should have been hammered down after that. Coming out of airports, plane flying in the buildings, what I was thinking about that. Should have been 9/11. Everything, the hammer should have been put down. But anyways, this guy had this kind of reaction to medication, and they should have followed the route to see if they'd find the body. I'm sure they have, but still nothing. But anyways, just to think, something to think, that is very strange how, you got 4 men who even know, and who knows what happened the night he went off by himself, or why he would go off by himself if he's on a trip with friends. That makes no sense either. Whether or not he didn't want to get him involved in something, or I don't know, that's bizarre, strange. If he would have stayed with his friends, he wouldn't have got beaten up. They would have helped him, but what the hell was running through his mind then, because he wasn't on meds? Whether or not his friends didn't hear something that one of the guys said in the altercation throughout the bar. There's a lot of things that you got to look at here in perspective, and it ain't in writing. So, once again, this is one of them, one of these articles that you're going to look into more articles and see what you find. If there's something missing, if there's something not missing, And that's what I like to do with my cases when I start looking into them. Is what's missing, what's here, what's there. Ask this question, that question. And a lot of questions that I just talked about that would come out of my mouth, not in this article, and this is Wikipedia. So more investigating on this, do my mapping, and check out where this guy was, and I don't know. But for someone that, whatever them other dudes are doing, talking about football and getting all pissed off and wanting to kill someone over this, there had to be something more involved. But Gotta look into that, folks. See what it happens, what it says, thoughts, theories, ideas. That's all that is on this channel. We're gonna dig into this one because this is actually a good case. Very, very, mysterious. And just, it is a saddened story though. Hey, even if the friggin' meds did make him do something crazy, there still should have been some body found. Especially, dying in the middle of nowhere. And see, this is stuff like this that makes a perfect example. They do a massive hunt for Brian Laundrie, find 5 friggin' bodies. But stuff like this, where's the massive hunt like this? I mean, this is Germany, this ain't us, but still. When massive hunts don't happen, you're not gonna find nothing ever. And that's why laws should be changed. They should do more. When guys like this, seen by security cameras, seen by a doctor, and what happened to the guy who walked in the room? It's just so many questions and no answers. It's just, wow. A lot of no heavy investigating, no heavy search. And I'm sure if they searched, they'd find a friggin' body if they, did a massive search like they did for dirty laundry. And that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Just think how many more cases are out there that they did not do this massive manhunt. It should be for missing people too, not just for friggin' fugitives. Because people want, closure in their family. Family members want their people home, not out in the middle of the land of nowhere. The wastelands. Rotten and decaying, birds picking, animals eating, and then bones scattered. That ain't how it should be. Massive manhunts need to be done for missing people too. It's only fair and it's only right and it's only human, decent humans to do this. If they just do their investigation, it's on the counter, it's cold, we can't do, then that's a poor investigation. Shame on you. Manhunt of a missing person should be just well as a manhunt of a fugitive. So, more stuff to come, just catching the time to do it. Until that next video, folks, be safe, take care, and trying to get my head out of my butt. Got a lot of stuff going on. It's like, yeah, sucks. Until the next video, folks, be safe. Now I gotta play with this until my thing comes up so I can shut the video off. Alright, folks, out.